Yeah, we're probably gonna finish.
And then none of that matched up, I'm sure.
Oh no, which one is this? I'm pretty sure it's file 3? I'm pretty sure we're file 3.
Select the story.
Yeah, we're this one.
I'm Dr. Eggman.
I was misremembering the thing that I was looking for anyway. Sonic and his buddies. Sonic and the boys.
Stress over.
They must be planning a counterattack. I've got no time to waste. To attack them.
The music is so
Yeah,
loud.
this
The
game is
mixing
poor
is
mixing.
all fucked up.
Yep.
Like, hold on.
Let's set it to
Customize your
headphones.
There's gotta, no, really?
Wow.
Man, this is old school. There's no way, there's no, like, that slider that's, like, master volume.
Yeah.
Like, it is really loud, and it's the music specifically. The voices aren't loud.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate. Just talk louder!
Oh god.
Or what I could do is probably,
Crank that Sansui. Yeah, we're not even hitting yellow.
What I could do is probably, crank it!
Okay, well now we are, but... Crank that Sansui. Yeah, we're not even hitting yellow.
What I could do is probably, crank it!
Okay, well... You got to hear it.
That's probably fine.
What about
Let's
all our
assume it's
patrons
fine without
do?
checking it.
What about all our patrons?
That's probably fine. Let's assume it's fine without checking it. Okay, yeah. I did check it, I lied. And I also got this tiny cheetah in space.
People who don't know how to pronounce it. Patreon, and the people are patrons.
Patreon?
Patron. Patron, I heard someone say. at
Patron! Read another book!
once. The
That's
bottle
just-
of
that's-
platinum Patron.
That's just fucking Harry Potter shit right there.
It's also vodka.
I think so. But no one who has a Patreon drinks.
Oh.
Does the critical drinker have a Patreon?
I'm not sure which hard liquor it is, but it's one of them.
Does the critical drinker have a Patreon?
No idea who that is.
You know, he's been on Mauler. He is of the Mauler alum.
I like Mahler. I don't necessarily like anyone else. I don't even.
What
know
about the
that is.
Shiba Inu dude?
Well, that's just cute.
He's a Shiba.
Yeah, or
He goes corporal. It's weird that Shiba Inus are like, why do we make these? There's no way nature would have produced this.
nature does not prescribe this.
On its own, nature would never have resulted in this. Of all things.
God
I'm
damn.
paranoid about this. I'm gonna keep checking.
Nature does not prescribe this.
On its own, nature would never have resulted in this. Of all things. God, paranoid about Shiba Inu.
Okay.
It's weird that Shiba Inus are like. Yeah, that sounds fun. Oh, there's a kitty! Meow, 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 meow. Like huge dog. Are you thinking about getting a dog?
No.
Eh, they said.
Yeah.
I'm gonna meow at you.
Yes.
I'll consider it. She got along with
Seriously?
Diamond.
You got along with doggy.
They were existed around each other.
Yeah.
Blacks and
Except
bad. without the context, that sounds really bad.
I mean, you can get rid of the first couple words.
Funnier if I don't explain it now. So, like, who built this? Who working at the Ark 50 years ago built this fucking roller coaster?
I mean,
that's like
not the only one who likes amusement.
That's true. Oh, kitty. Being a puss.
Making noise.
You've been like human. And like, I'd go to Eggman Land.
You have to sign a pretty big waiver.
The waiver is a mile long, and you have to sign it with blood.
And that's literally the only reason he wants to take over the world, is because he's sick of making people sign that waiver to come to his amusement park.
If I control the world, everyone will have to fucking come.
I'll get rid of those laws that say you need to
yeah,
sign it.
exactly. The law is you have to come, and you have to not sign a waiver.
So
if you bring a waiver, I shoot you in the face with a gun.
That hasn't happened yet, but
eventually I'll be in charge, and Sonic won't be able to force litigation on me anymore.
Sonic just works for the Department of Health.
Waku Waku Patrol Car. There you go. It's all canon. It's all canon. I just systematically proved to you that Waku Waku Patrol Car is canon, so I don't even know why you're still talking about this.
Neither do I.
What the
Kitty,
fuck,
what is wrong
Kitty?
with
He's being a bitch ass. Meow meow. Oh no.
Kitty.
You're being a little meow 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 bitch.
Silly bitch.
And the internet's not falling the fuck apart this time. It's either YouTube or the fucking computer or the recording software. It could be like 7 different things.
Yep.
They just fucking announced. It's good timing. They just announced today that there's gonna be Monster Hunter DLC in Sonic Frontiers, and it's the cutest piss of shit that I've ever fucked.
True.
It's the cutest piss of shit that I've ever fucked, dude.
Not untrue.
It's super cute. He's like a little boy. Look at the boy. He's got a little outfit on. He's cooking meat stick.
It's the equivalent of my reaction to that Mario Odyssey trailer. He's got a little outfit.
He's got little outfits. Oh, he's got little outfits. Monster Hunter Rise already had Sonic DLC, so they're just returning the favor at this point. The relationship between Sega and Capcom has always been fruitful.
That's slash big.
They did do a crossover with the Mega Man and Sonic comics. It's bad.
That goes without saying.
But there was a cute moment where Ninja Man, the Mega Man robot who is a ninja. I don't know what his name is. I think it's like Kage Man or like Shadow Man or something.
Slug Man.
Slightly less retarded than Ninja Man.
Just slightly.
And like he had a fight with Espio. That was cute.
Maybe ninjaing.
They showed ninja respect before they fought. They were like,
Field of Reed.
we're gonna do that thing where we're like, yes, recognition, ninja recognition, game recognized game. That scene in Predators where the Yakuza has a samurai sword fight with the Predator in an alien field of reeds. Why? You know, Eggman, you wouldn't have to go through an entire level like this just to hold a gun to a 12-year-old girl's head if you just cleaned the place up when you got here. Like, you can tell he didn't like hanging out on the Ark that much.
You got shit to do.
Like, he would just go back and forth from his little Egypt base to the Ark.
The less said about the Egypt base, the better.
It's definitely a factor that there was an Egypt base and he liked hanging out there. He was like, in the cutscene before this level, Eggman is at the Egypt base just looking at shit on monitors, and he sees them on the monitor, oh, they got a fake Chaos Emerald. Like, he's not there at the Ark, even though he sees that fucking Sonic and Tails and everyone's on the Ark. In fact, Shadow's like, I'ma go. And he's like, no, stay here. He tells Shadow not to go to the Ark. Like, what's at the Egypt base that's so important that Shadow's gotta stick around? What's in the Egypt base?
Loves that Egypt base.
He just really doesn't like being on the Ark. You can imagine, like, the only time he was on the Ark was when he was shooting the Eclipse cannon. Like, I'm not spending any more time here than I fucking have to. This place sucks.
Going back to the Egypt base.
Did you play Lost Impact? That fucking level was terrible.
Good thing that was there.
Shadow, you know how shitty the Ark is. That game hasn't been written yet. They didn't make that game yet. Don't fucking tell me. They didn't make that game. I want to say, like, it sounds a little loud, but then this is not a scene where there's music playing.
Yeah.
I'm still convinced that there were...
Is there something I can help you with?
Dr. Eggman!
You will tell me where Sonic and Tails are.
Eggman ain't never done killed nobody. Eggman ain't never done killed
According
nobody.
to my uncle who works at Sega.
If I understand correctly, which means that the words he is about to say are not the words he was given. Literally, he's like, the official word, if I understand correctly. What do you think that means?
Maybe it means you don't.
Official word, if I understand...
Handing over the fake emerald, I can kill 2 birds with 1 stone.
Maybe that's good. Maybe that's good? You said something.
I said something.
Maybe that's good.
You turned into a big-time villain, Doctor.
You're very quiet. It's not your fault, it's the game's fault. We've seen this cutscene already anyway.
You could trick me with that fake emerald, didn't you?
So, how did you know it wasn't the real one?
Tails!
You dumbass.
I love this part. Oh,
I'm an
idiot. Shit.
Even Sonic. Tails?
Tails.
Really?
The fuck is wrong with you, Tails?
Farewell.
Tails the fuck.
I love that body language. He was like, okay, I gotta deal with this. Whee. You killed Sonic! You fucking killed Sonic! No, Sonic's dead! Sonic is fucking dead! Look at him pointing the gun at Tails. He's in a battle mech and he's pointing a gun at him. I don't know, that's so funny.
Ask me for the first time to do something for him. I won't let him down. I won't give up.
I, a 7-year-old learning my lines phonetically.
Yeah, Jesus. I won't let him down. I won't give up.
Like stopping in the middle of a sentence to do it in chunks.
Sonic just asked me for the first time.
For this.
What have you done to Sonic? Get a fucking voice actor. But yeah, this is the same thing. Where like, I already did that video where I was like, Sonic is not a pacifist. Sonic is not a Silver Age comic book hero who like, oh, I can't kill nobody. Like, yet he has absolutely fucking killed people. It's this thing, it's right here, like, Eggman tried to kill Sonic. He launched him out of the fucking capsule and said to himself, yeah, bitch is dead. get fucked, asshole. Just because Sonic happened to survive does not mean that Eggman didn't try. It's still attempted murder. It's like if you shoot someone intending to kill them, and then it turns out they're already dead, that's still attempted murder. That's still a crime, because you didn't know they were... You didn't know they weren't dead. Ah. Oh, that was a close one. Like, Sonic happened to survive. Therefore, Eggman's not a killer. Like, that's a technicality.
That's not even how it works.
I guess he was just a regular hedgehog after all.
Jesus.
Fucking that explosion gift!
All 7 Chaos Emeralds are collected. The power creates a
Meanwhile,
miracle. I have 6 of them. They're mine. All mine.
I don't think
Shadow.
so. That was your plan.
What? Shadow? We can't hear you over music.
Now I know who you are. You're that government spy, Rouge the Bat.
What? You're that you're that Rouge the Bat?
Oh.
Same thing about you.
Looks like things aren't quite going your way.
Here I am thinking you're a
My job is
bull.
done. I thought it was time to take what's mine and get out of this place.
You are one pathetic creature.
Look who's talking.
Call me a pathetic creature, Shadow.
Here are the results of the research project called the Ultimate Life Form. But if this picture is of the real ultimate life form named Shadow, then exactly who or what is standing in front of me?
Oh.
Flutter at me.
Oh.
All 7 Chaos Emeralds. Shadow, someone's trying to get me to eclipse King. There's no question.
I didn't give a shit about this from the beginning.
None of this is right.
If you want to live, leave the Chaos Emeralds where they are. The fake emerald is good enough for you.
Fake.
Do you actually believe that you're the real Shadow?
No
Even
doubt.
your memories might not be real, you know?
Highlight this line.
It's still me, Shadow. I will fulfill my promise to Maria. That's the only thing that matters.
I can't really hear you.
Yeah, what? It's
You're gonna have to speak louder. So, the document that you held up said, the 23rd Project Shadows report, current status, 12:30 a.m. on January 27th, we initiated the experiments to start Shadow's first prototype. The experiment was successful. The life form's eternal engine and the organ to start the chaos control are working normally. English.
Run-on sentence, my dude.
The experiment was successful. The life form's eternal engine and the organ to start the chaos control are working normally.
Just so you know.
English passage as written by a Japanese person. However, the measurements of the experiment was higher than we expected. It sounds like I'm saying it wrong, doesn't it? We will continue this experiment at the Central Dome from now on.
Oh shit, the Central Dome.
Professor Gerald pointed out that the growth speed of the first prototype is getting faster. The current body length... That's not how you would say that. The current body length is 2.7 meters, and the current weight is 350 kilograms.
Well, thank God it's Supper Confidential.
Supper confidential. People use this to say, like, oh, the organ that starts the chaos control. Because you know I have that whole thing about chaos control is not a teleport. It is a time stop. And people point to the bio lizard, oh, it has an organ that lets it chaos control. And they ignore Supper Confidential. I can't edit things in anymore. Look up BioLizard files.
Eyes only. Top secret. Supper Confidential.
We need to keep an eye on the prototype because the prototype is still not strong enough to walk by itself, but it has a strong neck and a tail.
Oh,
The prototype is sensitive to the temperature and humidity changes. Okay.
All right.
And its intelligence and learning ability space itty level is still low. At this point, the prototype is still more like an animal.
Well,
so it is sapient, it is a life form, and they are going to kill it. And they are going to kill it. Anyway, I do think it's really funny.
Oh boy.
That Rouge, like, wields this like it's a fucking smoking gun, like, ha, you're not Shadow. It says that it's a prototype, like, 7 times in that fucking document.
Rouge just has bad reading comprehension.
I mean, to be fair, she clearly can't read English. And whoever wrote that clearly can't write English.
I think bats are blind, don't you?
I mean, they just live in darkness.
Wow.
They just have regular eyesight, and they live in dark caves. It just lives.
Look
at this little guy! Look at him go!
Yeah.
He's got this on lock. He's got this on lockdown. Yeah, I'm just saying, Bio-Lizard being able to teleport and them going, is that a chaos control? Ain't proof of shit. I will die on this hill. Teleportation and chaos control are 2 different things. I will die on this hill. Just like Shadow's gonna die at the end of this game.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, spoilers.
Spoilers.
Whee!
Ding.
It's too linear. The game's too linear. Just cancel it. Cancel the whole thing.
This is just linear enough.
Yeah, it needs to be just linear enough. See, if it's too linear, that's no good.
Ooh.
It needs to be just linear enough.
No
What
good.
the fuck? See, if it's too linear, that's no good. It needs to be just linear enough. What the fuck? This game specifically is making me paranoid about the sound of
Yeah,
this
this
thing.
requires its own setup.
The default setting is perfectly fine for every other game. But I mean, with this game, like
Oh my god.
the voice actors get drowned out by the music. Like, you can't hear Shadow's dialogue at all during that cutscene. He's like, even if my memories are fake, it's still me, Shadow. Like, a character journey that Shadow will proceed to have for the next 3 games in a row. And it's literally just the same character. It is this.
Oh, geez.
The camera messed me up a little bit. So yeah, Shadow, he's like, even if my memories aren't real, I'm still Shadow. However, if it turns out that my memories are not real in the specific context of Maria didn't want me to kill everyone on the planet Earth, and in fact wanted me to do the opposite of that, that's gonna fuck me up a little bit.
Oh, just a little bit.
That was the unspoken subtext. Was, oh no. If it turns out that what I've been trying to do this whole game is in fact the opposite of what Maria wanted me to do, that's going to be a troublesome situation for me.
Anyway, I'm Shadow the Hedgehog.
That was all subtext.
Everything I just said, that was subtext.
Rouge is like, what the fuck is happening?
I mean, super confidential.
So,
I don't know what to tell you.
Rouge proceeds to not take the 6 Chaos Emeralds, even though Shadow left and there would be no repercussions. Why do you think she did that?
I mean, I'd have to wager a guess it was her tits.
Oh, she's definitely motivated in part by the tits situation. I don't know. It never occurred to me as something to question. It's like, Shadow said, if you fucking take those Chaos Emeralds, I'm going to track you down and kill you. Like, I don't think it requires further examination. Shadow seems pretty capable of tracking her down. And if Shadow returned after figuring out whatever's going on here with Sonic, it's gonna turn out it's Sonic. And he goes back and he's like, hey, where are the Chaos Emeralds? Oh, Rouge took them. I'm gonna go kill that bitch.
BRB.
He'd probably be able to do it. Like, I don't know. Like, how is she gonna get back? Like, what's her exit strategy? She's stuck on a space station. What exactly is her, like, plan? I'm just gonna steal these and leave. How? How are you gonna leave? If you're gonna be a double agent, you have to have, like, an out. You have to have an exit strategy in mind, and I don't think she had one.
Got a plan a little bit.
She's just sitting there going like, okay, well, stealing the Master Emerald was a bust. I might as well take these Chaos Emeralds.
Yeah.
Well, shit, I'm just gonna go home empty-handed, I guess.
Okay, I'll take this the free soap.
It's like when you stay at a hotel,
Yeah.
and before you check out, you just take all the hand sanitizer and shit. The tiny little lotions.
The shower cap. I'm taking this. Fuck.
Whatever, it's complimentary. They don't charge extra for it.
Doesn't cost them anything. The TV's
What the
bolted down.
fuck? I've died more in this level than any other level. What's going on here?
Don't worry, you got 32 shadows.
I do.
Sounds like a thing. 32 shadows.
Fucking, I will enjoy 32 shadows.
It's that picture of the very small white chick. 17
The
black
meme
guys.
with the what was the context of that? Was it from a porn? What's
It
that
had to
from?
have been. It had to be. It seemed like it was from an ad for like a porn site.
I mean, I can't imagine it having any other context besides what everyone immediately decided to use it for.
I'm sure on what's that site, like Know Your Meme or something.
Yeah, it probably has a explanation.
They were probably just gonna do packs of it.
So when you get right down to it, like, this has been an unproductive mission for Rouge. She is walking away from this overall very empty-handed. Unless the president compensates her.
At full power here.
Here. Unless the president is going to compensate her with just like the fucking blood ruby, what's it called? The blood diamond, blood ruby. What's it called? The Pink Panther.
Yes.
Unless the president's going to compensate her with like the Pink Panther, like this whole fucking mission was a bust.
I thought that
sure she'll get something.
exploded in space.
What I think is weird
I die hard.
is the dark side story cuts the part of the cutscene where Sonic says, "You actually saved me, you know," and then Shadow goes, "Oh, you used the Chaos Control." But like Shadow was here, like it made sense to cut the part during the earlier cutscene where it shows Sonic in the capsule being like, "Can I do this?" Because Eggman is not privy to that. But why would you cut the part of the cutscene where Sonic's like, "Yeah, I used the Chaos Control to teleport," and Shadow proceeds to go, "That's not what the Chaos Control does. What the fuck are you talking about?"
Yeah.
I love the music.
I'll use your
Chaos Control. So I will die on this hill. The Chaos Control is a time freeze. Teleportation is something different entirely, because Shadow is capable of teleporting in every game after this and doesn't need the Chaos Emerald to do it. How are you gonna say it's Chaos Control if you don't need a Chaos Emerald to do it?
Are you okay?
Okay. Chaos Control. The guy who plays Infinite in the Japanese version is the one who plays Terry Bogard. So, are you okay? Infinite saying, "Are you okay?" Very good.
Adventure.
I'll use your
Ah! Oh, I took that one away from me a little bit. That one was taken away from me.
I feel for Japanese people. Japanese has 15 phonemes, I think, and English has 44.
It's unfair. Someone just uploaded a video today on like names and like the pronunciations of them in Dragon Ball, and he talked about like Kuririn, Kuririn, and he's like, yeah, so they didn't want the voice actors didn't want to fucking say that.
Yeah, I don't want to say that.
So they just named him Krillin, which isn't wrong, but
Krillin like a villain with filming.
It's pretty unambiguous that his name is the sounds that compose his name are Kuririn. Kuririn. Kuririn.
But that's enough.
And he once again did his own die on the hill for Bulma. Bulma's name. He's like, fucking Bluma. Fucking Bluma. Bloomers. I think Bloomers is better. Bloomer or Bloomers. But
Bulma makes me think of like
that's not even a word.
Disorder, like
a bulimia. Yeah. If her whole family was named after eating disorders, maybe that would fit.
Well, they were one step away from doing that. I mean, it's like Plum. Yeah?
I think there is characters in Dragon Ball named after Plum.
Well, that's the thing. It's like, to them, it's like a foreign, unfamiliar word, but to us, it's just Plum.
It's like, I mean, like, people make fun of a white guy getting a, like, Chinese character tattoo, but that's what English is.
Yeah, they do that there, too. I mean,
it's the same thing.
There's so many pictures of Asian and also a lot of Eastern European people who get tattoos in English that are like, totally...
Like, what the fuck?
I mean, it's just decorative. It doesn't really matter.
Sonic win.
And you know,
Sonic's a windbender confirmed.
All those non-English speaking people, they're not real people anyway.
The people who made this game
play languages. Get it racist.
It's funny because racism. I am of the opinion that racism is very funny.
True.
I'm not done.
It feels so annoying to have to explain that.
Disgusting black creatures. Quote, Shadow the Hedgehog.
Quote, disgusting black creatures. Out of my way. Quote, Jason Griffith. Like, the idea of
that on Twitter, it would quote actors' characters' words as if the actor...
Well, like, I fucking hate when people say, brevity is the soul of wit, quote, William Shakespeare.
No.
Shakespeare didn't say that!
Polonius did.
Polonius said that, and Polonius was a fucking buffoon.
That's literally a joke in that scene.
He got, yeah.
Less rhetoric, more content.
The joke is he's saying brevity is the soul of wit, and then monologues for like 2 fucking pages. Shut up, Twitter. Bunch of idiots. Anyway. The idea of being racist is, like, on its face so absurd that pretending to be racist is funny to me. For anyone who's too stupid, that I have explained it. Toyota. Did you see Toyota?
Cars.
There he is! Toyota. He's the guy who wrote all those short stories, the Sonic Channel short stories. I think he wrote the manga, the... like 25th anniversary single page manga pages that they did. And he wrote Sonic Forces.
Dude is versatile.
Tiny channel. He do be writing.
He be writing.
He do be writing.
Damn, that dude's my shit.
So yeah.
Keith Palmer.
I'm like, the dark side story mode is pretty clearly presented as being like a hard mode version of the levels. You're definitely supposed to play it second because in terms of the story, you play the hero side story and you're like, what fuck with this? And then you play the dark side story and it answers all those questions. Like, here's where Shadow came from and here's what his deal is. And all the shit that you weren't privy to, now you get it. Also, the gameplay's harder.
It's like me.
I just think, like, there's some weirdisms because they did have to design Ryan Drummond. Shelly Fox. They did have to design the game around the possibility that you would play the dark side story first, potentially. So there is stuff like Sonic not mentioning that he did the quote-unquote chaos control to survive. So that gives you, like, a mystery, like, how did Sonic survive, though? He just died. What the fuck? Like, you play the dark side story, and you're like, holy shit, Eggman just killed fucking Sonic. And you gotta play the hero side story to see how Sonic fucking survived, because he was there. He was the last boss.
He was there at the time.
He was there at the time. Imagine a Sonic game where you can choose to play as Eggman, and the final boss is Sonic. Like, let us not let us not, like, just brush past that. That's fucking crazy. This is a Sonic game where half of the, or like, hero or dark side story, play dark side, you play as Eggman, and the final boss of the story is Sonic. That's fucking nuts.
That's balls.
That's nuts and balls.
Banjo-Kazooie nuts and balls.
Testicles, in fact.
Wow.
Yo.
The ultimate life form. Chaos vengeance.
Space
Desperation.
Super Sonic. Untamed power of
Maria.
Chaos Emerald.
Professor Gerald,
Apocalypse.
the truth about 50 years ago.
Everything.
Sonic Adventure 2. Last episode. Wishes are eternal.
Still gives me chills. Legit. Hashtag chills. Hashtag chills went up my damn spine. Last. Should I split the stream here?
How long have we been going?
They're about 40 minutes.
It's hard to say.
It's not that long,
Yeah.
but it would also include the credits.
I wish we had a computer that worked.
Oh yeah, wouldn't that be nice? I'm just gonna split it. I'm gonna split it here.
We will be right back. After we split the stream due to technical issues.